Yeah, I didn't really know what the fuck to talk about. I was gonna do this video last night, but seeing how we in quarantine again, I guess is quarantine story yet again. Not really a story, but just conversations. Whatever comes to mind. Right now, I'm fucking texting somebody and shit. But I want to know what is up with all these fucking artists tweaking with this quarantine shit. Like first it was French with the bullshit, and now this nigga just said something else about Jay-Z and Drake probably got more hits than him. No shit, duh. And then the one nigga that don't fuck with nobody. I mean, I'm not really a fan of his music like that, but A Boogie and Don Q, A don't really fuck with nobody. Who the fuck is Lil TJ? And so I'm looking at this shit, even though this is way out of my generation, but it just was so fucking crazy because I didn't understand where that came from. Because A Boogie really don't fuck with nobody. And I guess it got something to do with Don Q and his bitch. Niggas is just saying the most reckless shit for whatever reason on social media these days. Like every day is something with a rapper. And it's like, yo, either these niggas is bored or they just really don't like motherfuckers. Because I'm like, damn, if I'm over here and got so much money, why would I entertain bullshit? And that's another thing I'm noticing. Like, where's everybody at that was so much, you know, popping, got so much paper? It's a lot of these motherfucking rappers that's quiet as shit. You know what I mean? And a lot of them that's killing this quarantine shit. MGK is over there doing what he doing on YouTube, giving us original music day after day. I think his album about to drop this month sometime. Tory Lanez was doing what he was doing. Even Drake doing what he was doing. But it's the people that we really want to see, and they ain't really showing themselves. They ain't really dropping no music like that. And I would think that it's a reason for it, but then it's like, okay, I guess the music wouldn't be relevant. Niggas don't want to hear about bitches, cars, popping bottles and shit like that when we going through a quarantine or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, a lot of this dumb beef shit is fucking crazy. It's like I'm not even understanding none of it. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow, motherfuckers is bored. I couldn't be that bored. You know what I mean? And have all this money, but yet I ain't got nothing positive to get on live for. You know what I mean? Even the little rainbow haired nigga, which is weird. I'm like, if you're on house arrest, nigga, you just can't, cross that period to where your thing will go off. But damn, you can't even go outside and do music and shit. And I'm like, wow. I mean, but I guess people want to hear that. 50 Cent had to throw his little name in the hat and say something about the nigga, which, he don't really fuck with his own son. So it is what it is. And the Ja Rule shit about hit records and everything. That's another thing. Like, that shit is crazy. Motherfuckers was fucking with Rule way before they knew who 50 Cent was. Nigga, 50 Cent, musically, in my opinion, was out of here by the time Curtis came out, and that album wasn't even that fucking good. Kanye West outsold that nigga. But he came in the game and did his numbers and shit. But to just say that 50 Cent really got him the fuck out of here, I won't say that. Rule lost focus. You know what I mean? He started going back at an entire label. You got Shady, you got 50 Cent, you got Busta Rhymes. Like, he went at everybody by himself, and he didn't have a team of rappers. Not defending the nigga, but let's face it, I mean, Murder Inc. really didn't have no, artists like that. And then Lloyd jumped ship, Ashanti wanted to dip off on some other shit, so he basically was battling the whole fucking force by himself. You know what I mean? But if you want to talk hit records are hit records. It's shit that went on the Billboard. And even if we be in 100, I remember when motherfucking the first album came out. I'll give them that. Even the second joint, to me, the second album was a little bit harder than the first joint. You know what I'm saying? The Massacre. But when it came to Curtis, when that nigga dropped that one song, I cannot think of the name of it, Amusement Park. You niggas wasn't fucking with that. That shit was trash. Like, let's be real. Like, a lot of that shit he was doing was shit Eminem, inspired. If you think of the AO technologies, yeah, those songs are cool and shit, but that ain't like, you can't go from gangster to doing some shit like that. Like, this is the reason that you made fun of Rule and everything like that. And that album, it was alright. No, my bad. I'm not thinking about that album. That album wasn't alright, but what saved the album was I Get Money. And I think we all know that. So I didn't really understand that shit. And then musically, after that, it kind of, he was like, I give him the mixtapes and shit like that. He did his thing, but other than that, I mean, Fifth is musically, people ain't really tripping like that. And I was just about to talk about something else I just fucking seen, and I just forgot what it was, though. God damn. because I really have some thoughts about that. Oh, of course, Ye, he's a billionaire now. That nigga's this arrogant motherfucker. Like, no, Forbes is 1.3 billion. That shit was hilarious. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Niggas is just tripping during this quarantine shit. That's what it was. Academics and Drake. I don't know what it is about that, but I've never seen a grown man be that excited about another grown man. I mean, I like Drake music. I think he's dope at what he does when he's actually trying. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't jump for joy like some fucking 8-year-old elementary kid. Like I just saw my favorite superstar. This nigga passing out on live, drunk as shit, screaming. Remember when Travis Scott dropped his album and he didn't know Drake was featured on that shit? I mean, I get it. It's entertainment. It's for clicks. It's for likes. You know what I'm saying? He get paid off YouTube and shit. But it's like, yo, it's nowhere a grown man is really acting like that that's not playing for the other team. You know what I'm saying? But to just see the nigga pass out, I didn't believe it. I mean, I know this nigga be sauced up on the Henny, and that shit ain't even that good. I mean, sure, I'm from the Bay Area. I was drinking at the age of, 15 and shit? But I was more of a Belvedere guy myself. You know what I mean? Like, shit like that. I was the first nigga around my way to do the Incredible Hulk joint. Back then that shit was kind of expensive for like a little 16-year-old. You know what I mean? You got to buy a big Hypnotic, you got to buy a little Hennessy joint. You know what I'm saying? But that's beyond the point. Besides, my bad. But yeah, that shit was crazy to see that shit. He was just hella happy and shit that Drake threw him on a live and everything like that. And I was just like, this nigga is crazy. And the album, after listening to it, it's like, I don't know. It's something missing. Like, if these are throwaway records, shit, I mean, what the album gonna sound like? Because I tried to listen to this shit today. If you skip some of the tracks, the album over with. You know what I mean? The first couple of joints, especially the shit he already released, and that wasn't really hitting like that. The thing with Drake, we gotta stop doing, at least I'm not doing it, it's like I'm not giving him credit when he ain't trying. If you're gonna be emotional and talk about emotional things, personal things, it's records like Fear. You know what I mean? It needs to be on that level. You feel what I'm saying? If you're gonna do bangers, it needs to be shit like Start It Up. I mean, not Start It Up, that's Lloyd Banks. Start from the bottom. You know what I mean? But none of this shit on here really hit like that. I mean, the Playboy Cardi verse was weird as shit, but I was like, well, damn, if you put this shit on here, why you didn't wait for Trippie Redd to do what he doing? You know what I mean? For the God's Plan record. That was a money grab quick because he seen it. And nigga, I wish somebody would tell Drake, we didn't give a fuck about that record because it was your song. We heard the fucking Trippie Redd drop in the club and we got excited. I know I did because that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, when you hear that, I love Trippie Redd, and then the beat kick in, nigga, it was because of Trippie that you got that reaction. If Yo Mans would have just dropped that shit, I guarantee you niggas wouldn't have gave a fuck. So I feel like he needs to be putting Trippie Redd on a song if he gonna let Cardi get away with that bullshit. But now I see why, the simple fact that's all, and they make the album. Because I could imagine a nigga would have told the nigga to go back in there and really try to give a verse to put on his latest album. But other than that, I mean, this shit cool. I think Axe said it's doing almost 250,000, and that's another thing that I feel like they gotta stop doing. This nigga done did that shit with More Life. He done did that shit with motherfucking Scorpion, and now this shit. He just giving mid, and it's just like the more he throws shit out there like that and not trying, it's gonna fuck the game up. Cause it's like, well, if this nigga is the top artist and he ain't trying, why do other niggas feel they gotta try? Cause he can do anything at this point, and this shit gonna do crazy numbers, which is fucking crazy. So I'm kind of waiting to see what the album gonna sound like, cause he's saying he got nothing but slaps on there. Yeah, I believe that shit when I see it, my nigga. But we all know Drake has notably 3 solid albums. Take Care, I know what you. If you're reading this, it's too late, and Nothing Was the Same. You can debate the rest of them, but I'll even throw in So Far Gone. You know what I mean? I want a mixtape in that range. I don't know why he never did a sequel to it. But other than that, man, this quarantine shit is starting to get on my fucking nerves and shit like that. But I don't know. I just upload videos and shit. I was just playing the SNES, as you see right there. I can't beat this black nigga right here, man. This nigga is a fucking problem. It's like I was bobbing and weaving this nigga, but I just can't get past this nigga. You know what I mean? But other than that, shit, movie theaters is fucked up. Niggas can't even go to the movies. Marvel pushed this whole shit back to like 2021, 2022. It's like, what the fuck? I'm over it, nigga. I'm gonna be fucking dead. I'm not even gonna be able to see the phase 4 and phase 5 of the Marvel shit. I mean, I shouldn't say that because that sound fucked up, but I ain't really being too optimistic on that part. But yeah, as far as music, Shit, it ain't really nothing jumping like that. Chris Brown and Thugger just released a tape. Not trying to hear that shit. I'm cool on that, nigga. We still ain't got that Metro Thuggin tape yet. The fuck is that nigga thinking? You know what I mean? But what's up with y'all though? What y'all listening to? You know what I mean? And what y'all can do in the comment section though, you feel me? Y'all can go ahead and leave your Twitters if you got a Twitter down in the comments or your Snapchat or whatever. The next video I want to do, I kind of want to make it about Lil Wayne, but then I want to add other people's opinions in the video. So like voice memos, if y'all know how to do that shit, just shoot that shit to my Twitter DM, and I'll kind of want to add those thoughts into my actual video. Trying to figure that part out. That's if y'all really want to. If y'all don't, y'all ain't got to. But y'all already know what my Twitter is and Instagram and shit like that. If not, I'll just leave it in the description. But yeah, I'm trying to do something like that. But yeah, other than that, another slow ass night on this quarantine shit, man. I'ma holler at y'all. One.